Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Review. So anyway, I have a wonderful haul to share with you. I was waiting on a couple other things that are coming, but you know what? It gets to me when I have my huge stack of books that I need to put away, and I just cleared off some space the other day because I listed some more books on Mercari. So it's time to go through these. So I, as always, am so blessed. I'm blessed beyond belief by my friends and by authors and by myself sometimes. And I have some beautiful books to show off. I'm speechless, honestly. When I pull all these out to look at it, I can't believe this is my life. And I always like to share at the beginning of these that I know some people have problems with, like, you know, booktube consumerism and this or whatever. And I'm like, it's just a fact of life that we love to give books as gifts when we're bookworms, and we like to buy them being bookworms. And I'm blessed enough by, again, friends and authors who send me things, as well as ones I'm able to buy for myself. Me personally, the books I buy for myself, you'll notice 90% of the ones I buy for myself are ones I've already read, because I really try not to buy ones I haven't read before at this point in my reading life, just because I do want to be cautious of, number one, I just don't have the money to overspend. This being, you know, the small business that it is for here. I'm able to do a lot of write-offs, but I still got to keep the lights on around here, you know? So I try not to overdo it in that case. Sorry, this is my good girl shirt, by the way. I should show it. I hunch so much when I sit over here. So anyway, that's always my little caveat at the beginning before I start showing off the goods, is that number one, I'm aware of how blessed I am. You will never catch me speaking badly or snarkily about anything that's ever sent to me. It thrills me to my core that anyone thinks of me to send me a book, whether from my wish list or an author wanting to send me their work. I can think of no higher honor than an author sending me their work. Okay, whether or not I end up vibing with said work, that's completely different, but I'm so honored to get it. So with all that caveat, let's get started. We're gonna start with the books I was sent for PR, which again, I do have a nice hefty amount of those. Wow, I didn't realize what had stacked up here. And then we'll move on to some that were sent to me as gifts, and we'll end with the ones that I bought for myself, which you'll see is a much smaller stack than a lot of the other ones. So let's get started with some I was sent from publishers and PR. So Bloom, as always, is so kind to me. They are amazing, and they have sent me a few. So they actually sent me a finished copy of Honeycut, which I actually had already pre-ordered a Honeycut, so it was very kind of them to send me a finished copy of this. I'm actually planning to do an annotated giveaway with this one, because I actually annotated the first one while I was reading it, and I decided that it would be really cool, since this was gifted to me, I didn't have to buy this one, if I transfer my notes from that one to this and do a giveaway, because usually people have to, you know, I sell my annotated books to people. And I thought it would be fun to do a giveaway so someone can maybe see what it's like to get one from me without having to purchase that off the jump, you know, I just thought it would be nice. So we're going to do that. But anyway, Bloom sent me a finished copy. I love this. This is one of my 6-star reads this year. It's fantastic. I'm going to do that, and we'll put this to hold it up, and we'll build a little bookshelf right there. Then they had sent me an ARC copy of Love Unwritten. This was also this wasn't a 6-star read. Sorry, this was a 5-star read for me. It was almost a 6-star read, which I say in my review of it. And they sent with it some really cute stuff. There's this page overlay of Raphael and Ellie. Look how cute it is. There was a cute little postcard with it. It also came with some little candy, which I've already read. It came with some eye masks here, and it came with a little lei flower for my ear. And I love this book, so thank you so much, Bloom. This was wonderful. And then the last book Bloom sent me this time around, which I am planning to read very soon. They only sent it to me 3 days before it came out, and I just wasn't able to get to it, but they sent me Catch the Sun, which is great, an actual art copy of this, which is amazing. The copy in store right now actually has like orange painted edges, which is beautiful. But yeah, they sent me this. And this is actually a YA book from them. This is going to be Bloom's young adult titles, which is awesome. You know, there aren't enough, I think, really good like young adult angsty ones like this these days, or at least, I mean, I don't read them. So there's this cute print they sent with, and this one is a young adult romance. It's a bookworm and a popular guy. First love, neighbors, trauma healing, childhood friends to lovers, small town. So to me, it sounds like this might give me vibes of like Sarah Dessen. She had lots of like trauma healing in her books. And I hope I really like it, because if this is a YA book that just really hits well, I actually have some friends in my life who would read that. A lot of my friends don't like the spicier things I read, right? I can share some fantasy books with my friends, but they're not usually into the spicier types of them. But I hope I really like that. It's gorgeous too. This one's like pretty floppy as well. Look at that. So I want to read this very soon. I do not want to let too much time slip by. That might get annoying, but I don't care. I never stack up my stuff, and I have a little bookshelf right here, so why not? Okay, then this, I've already told a little story about this to my patrons, but I'll tell you guys. So I was sent a finished copy from Bramble Books of Pen Pal, which is the new release of them. It has the Bramble logo and everything, and it says, "I'll wait forever if I have to." JT Geisinger is actually getting all of her mafia books are going to be released through Bramble, and they actually don't start releasing until next year, which is what I believe. Or is it October? Maybe the last one comes in January. I don't know, but it's a long ways away. And they actually haven't been available in physical copy at all, which has been so sad, because I've had patrons who wanted those books annotated, and I'm like, you can send me your copy if you have it, but otherwise we can't. But anyway, this was a very controversial book. It's not technically a romance. It's not. They tried to market it as one. It's not. It has a strong romance. It is very erotic, but it doesn't quite follow the qualifications of an HEA at the end. It doesn't. But I had a great time reading the book because I knew that going in. You know, that's the whole thing. I just needed to be prepared. JT Geisinger actually has a couple books that aren't technically romances, but they're her most divisive stories. So what my tiny story with this is that I want a publisher's contact at Bramble. I really want it. It's not something I usually try to do, right? Like Bloom is kind of the only one that I directly know people at Bloom. Obviously, some of my friends work there. It's not that I'm able to demand anything from them. It's just sometimes I get a heads up about things if I ask my friend nicely. Like, that's kind of what happens, but it's really not this secret pat you on the back type of thing that's happening. Like, I still didn't know whether I was getting copies of, like, I didn't know if I was getting Love Unwritten until it was already like in the mail to me, right? Because they still have their rules and everything. But anyway, so I actively went and searched out the publishing contact for PR for Bramble. Now, of course, there's more than one, but I requested both Pen Pal and a copy of a Carissa Broadbent. This was before her new one went up for ARCs. We'll get around to it. This is Storytime with Jen. And I reached out asking for physical ARC copies. I said, I'll share these on my channel, blah, blah, blah. Please, I'm a big fan, blah, blah, blah. And I got an email back that said, I'll send you a finished copy when it's out, which is wonderful. So I was very thankful to Bramble for sending me this. Now, I had no word on the Carissa Broadbent. What I discovered later, to, you know, kind of share this out and everything, is that there's a different division for the fantasy, that is for the contemporary, that is for other things. So the person who got back to me for this one, she is the one handling like JT Geisinger's books, and I never did get an answer about that Carissa Broadbent. Now, Carissa Broadbent's upcoming release that's coming for the Songbird and Stone or whatever, I sent another email out to the same place where I was like, hey, is it possible for me to get a physical ARC of this? I read fantasy books, romance, all this stuff. And I got a rejection notice for that one. They said, we have a very limited amount of them, and so I can't send you one. And I was like, darn. But I'm in the door. I was sent a JT Geisinger. So now that I have that publishing contact, I'm just going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying because you know what? Sometimes you have to not be afraid of rejection, but sometimes you get lucky and you get sent something you really want. So anyway, that was my note for that. Okay, next up, I was sent so many wonderful fantasies from the Nerd Fam recently, and I want to get through these books. So let's go through them. The first one, actually got this in the mail like right after I did my last book haul. And I know I've talked about this book, Oodles, by then. But I was sent The Mist Thief by L.J. Andrews. And I was so happy to get this. I mean, I read books 1 and 2 leading up to this one. And so when I was sent this book, I was ready to read it. So this one came out not too long ago. It's the 3rd book in a series. And they sent me some beautiful stuff. I don't have it right here. They sent me a candle and a bath bomb. I used the bath bomb. It was amazing. The candle is in my candle box. I have, y'all, candles. I love getting them in book boxes. No joke. They're one of my favorite things because I adore candles. But also, I have a box that has about 50 little sized candles in it. And I usually around Christmas time throw them in with gifts with my friends and family because there's so many of them. But anyway, then there was also a beautiful bookmark. You'll see I have a bunch of these because they send a beautiful bookmark with every book that they send. So it's beautiful. There was an art piece here. This is of the couple. This is beautiful. And then there was also a wedding invitation between the Prince of Nightmares, and it says, "You're cordially invited to the arranged marriage of the Prince of Nightmares to his reluctant bride, the Mist Thief." So this was great. It came out June 30th, and I highly recommend this book. I loved it, and it was so great. So I got this one from them. Then I talked about this one, or you'll see me talk about this one more because this video is going to go up first. Okay, I received Gilded Wicked Mirrors by Hazel St. Louis, and this book isn't out yet, so I actually got an ARC copy of this one. You'll see usually the ones they send are finished copies, which is great. It's expensive to print ARC copies, especially if you're an indie published author. It's very expensive. But this one is going to be, it said on the press sheet, it said that this one is perfect for fans of Crescent City's gritty investigations and Carvajal's lush world. Imagine a darkly whimsical fantasy CSI. So I'm here for it. And something I'm excited about, they sent me this beautiful mirror decoration here. There is a couple poster. And then inside this book, I'm so excited to read this one. This comes out August 6th, so I do want to read it very soon. The chapter headings have these like newspaper articles on them. How cool is that? 5 found dead, and there's gang wars, it says. So yeah, I believe this one's set in the early 19s. Like I think it's set in like 19... actually don't know, but this one's supposed to be low spice, but it says it but it says it will grow to more. Oh, it's in a fictional time. So it feels like it's set in the early 1900s, but it's in a fictional world because it is a fantasy book. So anywho, it's gorgeous. I hope to read this one. Well, I will be reading this one very soon because it comes out August 6th, and I want to read it before it comes out. Here's the bookmark. Like I said, they always have these beautiful bookmarks. Beautiful. So, very excited to read this. It's a new adult romantic fantasy, and it says the fantasy element or the romance will build with each one. So, cannot wait to read that. They also sent me a finished copy of The Sundered Realms by Casey Blair. Looky here. Looky here at this. This is gorgeous. There's also some beautiful art in here. They sent me this print and more shiny stuff. Look at that. This one here says, wielding magic was the only way to fight demons. The act of putting pen to paper called forth ineffable power. So yeah, they're holding up paper in their hands. It's hard to tell on my camera because of the ring light, but there's that. And then, of course, another beautiful bookmark, Sundered Realms. It says, love and adventure together forever, here. And this is book 1 in the series here. So, gorgeous book again. Look at that. This one says that this one is equal parts epic fantasy and steamy romance in a world where being a huge nerd about language makes you incredibly epic at magic. Cute. This is an action-packed story about an interdimensional combat ambassador heroine and the most dangerous man in the universe devoting all his attention to making her unstoppable. So it's unlikely allies, slow burn, age gap, banter, combat magic, nerdy magic. So thank you, Nerd Fam, for this one. Just look, it's so cool. They have such bangers right now. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read those. And then the final one I have from Nerd Fam is a bind up release. And this is a Why Choose series, I think. Hold on. I'll show it to you here. So there's this. This is the Protectors Guild by Gray Holborn, and it is it's books 1 through 3. So it's quite a chunker here, but this is 3 books in one. And this was released because you can read all of these on Kindle Unlimited if you want. And the 8th book is out. Oh, when I'm filming this, it's out that day. It's out on July 23rd. So yeah, the newest book and final book in the series is out now. So you can read all of these. So this one says this is a Why Choose paranormal romance with demon hunters, action, slow burn, and intrigue. So yeah, I love hearing that it's bi, which makes me think there'll be some stuff going on in here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, there was this one sent to kind of promo the finale of the series coming. Got a beautiful signed copy here. So yeah, that's a chunker right there. But the design on this is also beautiful. Like, the depth to this is so cool. So there we go. I love it. These are all the books I got from Nerd Fam were new to me authors when I got them, right? Like, I hadn't read an L.J. Andrews yet. I have sent. Oh yeah, they sent a pretty little bookmark too. This one is a metal one. I'm not a hugest fan of these because they don't really stay in the book too well, but it's cute. It has a little sword at the end. I like their shiny ones better because they also, like, they sent it to me. This so doesn't matter. I'm not critiquing them at all. I'm just saying why I don't like those bookmarks is that it, like, bends the corner. That's why I like flat bookmarks, but it's beautiful. So yeah, they have sent me all new to me authors, and they are all fantasy, and that's why I've been working with Nerd Fam. Sometimes I don't always get the physical books because they only send out so many of those. Like right now, there's a sign up for the last book in the like Guild series by Raven Kennedy. Man, I really wish I read that series because the book is fucking gorgeous. So those are the ones from Nerd Fam. Let me put these up here. Give me a sec. Beautiful. Look at those. They're so pretty. Okay, moving along because I'm taking too long here, but you're here for it. All right, I received the 3rd book in the Fate cycle from Sam Fairburn. This is Healer. So I talk about this one in my TBR. You'll see me talk about it. I need to get caught up with this series because Sam has sent me each of them. Now, I've read the first one, which was The Potion Master, but I actually have it right here because it's on my TBR for, I still need to read Necromancer, which is book 2, and she sent me Healer, which is book 3. So I'm behind and I want to get caught up on these. The books aren't too long, so I should be able to do that, but these are an MMF, like magical series. And there's Riley, Finn, and Eric. And I really enjoyed the first one, just getting started with them, and there was a pretty big cliffhanger. So why I also love these, though, is she has actually, like, circled a lot of her, or underlined a lot of her favorite parts. Like, in this one, there are so many. It's so great. So I really want to get to Healer, but she sent me this. You should definitely check out this series if you like MMFs, you like magic, you like spells, and all that fun stuff. This author, I haven't seen anyone else talk about her, so that's part of the reason too why I want to get to this one and, you know, see how much I like her and share her with everybody, right? So, I mean, we have October's coming before we know it. So, might be a good one for that. Okay, then, this is a debut author, I believe, who sent me her book here. This is Breathing You In by Christina Maria, book 1 in the Cortland series. So there's that. She sent with it a really cute bookmark, and of course we got some good old flags, and she also sent this rose pen, which is very cute. So this one, oh, there was also a highlighter and bracelets too. Where did those go? I think they're in my swag, but I literally have a box now for all like the swag that I get sent, because there's lots of it. But this book is, I believe this is kind of like new adult start to it. I don't know, but I know it's spicy. Okay. It says, imagine going through a traumatic experience that almost changes your whole life. That's exactly why I try to live every day, tucking my secret away. However, my abusive father likes to remind me daily how much of a screw up I am, when all I want to do is forget about my past and live like a normal 21-year-old. Then one day I walk into a bar and everything changes. I lock eyes with Karsten Hatcher and I forget how to breathe. Everyone seems to have their opinions of him. He's different around me. He shows me what it's like to feel loved for who I am, saving me from my life and from myself. Karsten. Some might call me a man whore and see me as someone who goes through girls like crazy. I just see myself as someone who doesn't do relationships. This is until I meet Winter. She catches my attention right away, and I instantly become protective of her. She makes me want to change my old ways and things I never imagined wanting before. I will do anything I can to keep her in my life and make her mine, because now that I've had her, I'm too obsessed to lose her. So I believe this one starts as a one-night stand, and then they fall hard. So this is a debut author. Beautiful book for sure. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, then, you know, always so excited to show these off. This is the final book in the Time River series. We had Hold Me Until Morning by A.L. Jackson. I already read and reviewed this one. I really liked it. This is the one. It has this beautiful underneath. This is a plus-size heroine, single mom. There, of course, are all the beautiful page overlays that she sends. This time she didn't do a box, which I'm actually happy about, because a lot of time in boxes you get a lot of things you don't need, and I know it costs the author a lot. So she did some swag still, which I'll show you in a second. As always, there's a really pretty bookmark with the couple on it. I have these for all the books. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to add it to my shelf over there, because I have the whole series. But then some of the swag she sent was just cute. Just some little stuff. It's great. There are some sticky notes that are shaped, which is great. A pen that has a Time River. I actually have 3 of these because she sends them every time. And there are a few stickers here as well. So that's what came with this time, as well as a chapstick and a pen. She always sends those. And it was super cute. I honestly, just having a complete set of this series is so special to me. She has a new series coming up soon, of course, but I loved this series so much, and I was happy to be a part of her team for it. Though I've fallen a bit more out of love with her books, I don't know whether I will jump on with the new series. We'll see what it is. I believe it's supposed to be a spin-off series from the Redemption Road. Is that the series? Which I did like, so maybe I will stick around. I don't know. But this was sent to me, and I'm just always so thankful. Her books are beautiful. Then I was sent a book from K.A. Knight. Her most recent release is a Why Choose, and it is circus themed. Now, that is actually where, if you've seen this in some of my videos, she sent this little popcorn box and this little tiger, which I've had sitting up here because I didn't know where to put them. So that is actually from this one, which I'll show you in a second. And this is a co-written book. It's called Cirque Obscurum by K.A. Knight and Kendra Moreno. I actually signed up for K.A. Knight's PR team because, not PR team, her like influencer, like she's been sending boxes here, because I wanted to try more Why Choose, and she mostly writes that. So I haven't read yet Rebel, which is her rocker. I really don't like rockstar romance, so that one really wasn't a great place to start. But I'm really intrigued by this circus one. So there's the book. Very shiny, actually. This one is about Ember. She's on the brink of death. And they come in the darkness like phantoms in masks and rescue her from pain. But that rescue comes with a price, her soul. She must give all she is to the cirque, where it doesn't only house you, it owns you. So she gets drawn into this cirque. So there was some great stuff that came with it. There was actually a clown mask, which if you check out my Instagram post, I did take a picture wearing it, but I got rid of it pretty quickly because it creeps me the fuck out. Okay, it does. But there's this really cool bookmark that is a ticket to the circus, which is great. There is some art prints here, so we'll show you. So here is the Circus Obscurum, and it's a signed art plate here. And then we have the characters. So we have Ember. We have Heart. We have Spade with the tiger. There's the tiger. We have Diamond, and we have Club. And then there was a really cool, like, this is a Joker card with fire everywhere. So it looks super cool. And this one's not too long, so maybe we'll give this a try. And then there was also these, which I saw these on her page, and I was like, I hope she's sending those because they're freaking gorgeous. Hold on, I'm trying to be careful to get them out. Ooh. She had these cards made that are everybody. So there's the Joker. There's the King of Clubs. That's the King of Hearts. King of Diamonds. Spades. And then the Queen of Hearts. Like, these are so cool. These, and they have like gold on the sides. So she had these made. Tell me your nightmares, they all say on the back. So those are amazing. I love them. And then there's a little sticker that says, welcome home, little freaks. So killer PR box for that, really. Like, it's so cool. And these get sent to me all the way from the UK. So I really want to try to read this one. This might be one I wait till October as well. Or I have something fun coming up in September where reading a Why Choose might be helpful to me. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. So we have those. Let me add these to the stack over here. Okay. All my swag will stack up over there. Okay, then I actually won a release week giveaway from Melanie Moreland, which is great. And I won Full Throttled from her, which is great. I'm actually only missing book 4 now because I bought 3 books from her when I saw her in, at Book Bonanza. And I should have bought book 4 when I went to the book signing, but I didn't. But yeah, Full Throttle. And then she sent with some cute things with. So there was family, friends who became, or family, friends who became family. This is so perfect. I love this. I'm going to hang this on my wall. For real. I will. This is a sticker book, and I've wanted one of these. So you can actually remove the stickers from here. So you can put stickers on here and use them and move them around, which I think is cool. I've been really interested in having one of these before, but I don't actually know how many stickers I would actually do that with, but we'll try it with a couple maybe. Because usually if I use my stickers, I don't want to take the backing off because I use them on my Kindle and, or on the back of my Kindle, but super cute. There was this little like spa kit. Look, it has cherries on it. So the main heroine is called Cherry. And I'm going to wear these in a video for sure. There are these cherry earrings in here. Look at, they look very heavy though, is why I haven't tried them yet. Because I don't like using super heavy earrings on my ears, but look at the cherries. They're so cute. There is some wax melt, which I actually love. This is Pink Musk. It smells so good. Because August Burns Pink Musk. That is great. It has her logo on it. Because I actually do have 2 wax melters in my house now that I've been using. And I love those. Cute little bracelet that says Full Throttle. Adorable. And little cherries down here. So cute. And then there's some nail art, which is adorable. I never do my nails, but I might have to. There's some with cherries. Those are so cute. I might have to do these actually. And then some of those right there. So it's so cute. So it was this sweet little pack. And that was so fun. So, for sure. So that came with Full Throttle. Then I am so damn lucky. I am so blessed. I pinch myself often wondering how I've been so blessed as this. But Sophie Lark, she and her team released a special edition of Brutal Prince that they had only available at Book Bonanza. And because she is the sweetest, most special, precious woman ever, she sent me one of them. So this is a Brutal Prince special edition that they did. And it is colored pictures. Fully illustrated. Well, not fully illustrated, but the illustrated ones are colored. Which is wonderful, because Lena, you guys know, she's one of my favorite artists. She's a friend. And to see her artwork in color in this book is wonderful. So thank you. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you so much for sending me this. You humble me so often for the sweet things that you do. So there we go. There's those. It's so beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful books I own. I love it so much. I don't even know if I have room on my Sophie Lark shelf for it, but I will find room. Okay, then I have just a couple books that were sent to me from my wonderful viewers and friends. Thank you so much. I do always have my wish list down below. If you'd like to send me something from there, it means so much. Lets me know you're thinking about me. You can send me a book from my wish list or a book that's your favorite that you want me to read. And we have kind of a mix of that here today. So from Solange, who is one of my long-term viewers and friends, she actually sent me, I already built it actually, another book nook. Let's see if I have a picture, I'll put it up here, that I already did it and put it together, so I can't like show it to you guys. But she also sent me Chasing Wild by Elliot Rose, which I really want to read. This one is an ex's dad. And Solange said, this is the theme, because this was the theme of Patreon last month, and she really wanted me to read this one. So what happens when you're snowed in on a mountain ranch and the one man you definitely should not be fantasizing about is her ex's dad. So I'm in, right? You don't got to convince me too hard. Then I was sent from my wish list from Elizabeth M. She sends me some books every now and then just randomly for no reason. And that's just so thoughtful of you to think of me, Elizabeth. Like, really, it's so sweet. So she sent me Lore, which is I believe the last monstrous book that I'm missing up to where she currently is. So that's great. You can tell how big this one is. So this one's Lore. Beautiful. And then she also sent me All My Love by Daisy Jane, which I've already held up in a few videos. This book was just wild. It was so much fun. And I'm happy to add to my Daisy Jane collection for sure. And then, so kindly by my wonderful friend Daniela, she had pre-ordered for me The Lovely Dark, which is the anthology by Emma Hamm, Juliet Cross, and Zoe Draven. I've only read Juliet's book so far, so I'm actually very excited to have this and read it. Yes, I'm actually going to read a special edition. I can't wait. Let me show you. This is under the cover. Look at it. It's beautiful. The roses on the pages. There's even like, let me see. At the beginning of a story, there's like artwork like that. And then the reverse dust jacket is this. So this is amazing. So I actually had to get, so she had pre-ordered me this, and the copy I was sent actually had a broken spine, which the authors could not have known because they got these and they were shrink wrapped. So they didn't know that. So when I got it and I opened it, like the spine was broken. So Emma Hamm was actually the one sending them out, and so I sent her back that one and she sent me the replacement. But this is stunning. I'm so happy to have this. So thank you, Daniela, so much. Okay. all of the generosity is just, how do I deserve it? I don't know. Okay, well, we've went far enough over. Let me just stack those down there. Oh, one other thing that was a gift. Oh, I totally forgot it. Sorry, I stacked it up. This was sent to me from Danielle. A different than Daniela. I have a Danielle and a Daniela. Danny is what she goes by. She got her hands on the special edition of Brutal Conquest by Lilith Vincent, and she sent this to me. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I'm so excited about it. I really love Lilith Vincent stuff. There's the front there. So this was done by, who did this one? Cover to Cover did this one, yeah. I've been eyeing this one up. It was on my list of special editions I wanted, and she sent this my way. Then, I forgot about these because I just got these yesterday. She had ordered the same person, Danny, had ordered these from an Etsy seller for me. And they are this set of player cards of the Illuminae files, because she knows how much I love them. This is amazing. So they are these character cards. So there's the monster, which represents, of course, Aiden. If you've read the books, you know. Then there is the Thinker, which is Katie. The Flyer, which is Ezra. The Fighter, which I don't remember everyone's names right now. I'm sorry. The Fighter. This is from Gemina. And the Joker. And then there is the Soldier. I know this is Reese. And the Healer, who I think is Osha, is her name? I'm not sure, but there's those. So there's character cards for everybody, and that was just so thoughtful. My Illuminae files love very rarely gets, like, spoken of, although I did just reread Illuminae, and it was so much fun. It's not usually something that I, like, talk about because it's, like, YA or whatever, but thank you, Danny, so much. Okay, now I have the stack of books that I bought, so we'll go through those. Okay. So, I actually have my very last Mystic Box purchase. You know, I had Mystic Box for, I think, 2 years I had it. And it's so expensive. And granted, I don't feel that their quality has slipped, but I just haven't been as excited for some of the authors they've done. Of course, I'm going to bite myself in the ass because I'm pretty sure they're finally going to do San Mariano, but I just can't afford it, you know, like, it was so expensive. I should have been on a monthly plan. I had done it by the year so that I could pay it and be done with it, but I couldn't keep doing it. So, you know, yes, I'll miss out on some pretty books. It'll happen, but I also just can't keep having it. It's too much. Pam Godwin was the reason I signed up for it, and I got her. I also love Gianna Darling's books, but pretty much all the other ones, I haven't really cared about them as much anyway, so it was time to cut. So this is my very last set from them that I purchased ahead of time. So this is the Luna Marie and Cora Marie by Pepper Winters. I haven't even unwrapped these yet. Because I don't know if they'll keep them. I haven't read these books. I don't know. So it came with the 2 art prints. So there we go with those. What am I thinking of in my head? There's those ones. Oh, the other ones I got were the Harper L. Woods. Or no, they were... I have those on my shelves already, I think. It's why I don't know where they are. Yeah, I put those on my shelves already. Okay, then I did buy the new copy of Off to the Races. I do really like these Elsie Silver ones, and I do want to have the matching spines or whatever. So I did snag this. Beautiful. I, of course, have God of War. You know, had to get that in my collection. I already read this one. I'm actually still need to do my reread because I have to annotate this one for the patrons and for myself. I have annotated every book in this series so far, which is great. I purchased this, I don't know, this was an impulse buy, but I just loved this cover so much. So I actually got the Jameson cover of 3 Count by Nikki Castle. I've read 2 of the books in this series. And this is book 3. Like, I've read 1 and 2, and this is book 3, and it's 3 Count, and it is signed by Jameson and Nikki. I have the cover here. Jameson being who the model is. So you can't buy this cover anymore. She had it available at a few book signings, and then she did a pre-order on her Etsy, and I bought it. It was an impulse buy on payday one day. You know, I like to treat myself to a special book now and then. So yeah, this was the Jameson cover, and I thought it was cute, and I was like, you know, I might want that. So I bought it. There you go. I got the my most recent like special buy for myself was his Tesoro by Amelia Rossi. I've been talking about this one a lot lately. I thought that this was just an art print. I didn't realize you could buy this. So you can buy this on her website. It's not a limited edition or anything. Like, you can buy it from her and get it signed. So yeah, I have this cover of it, which is beautiful. This book definitely has its problems. It's not perfect by any means, especially the third act. The book goes a little wonky, but I had to have on my shelves this cover of that. Like, it's so beautiful. I had to have it. So there it is. I have Play Along, which we know just came out. Play Along just finally graced us with its presence. There we go. Then I had ordered this one ages ago, and it finally got shipped out. Was the 2024 special edition of Taste, which will now match Ignite, which I got that one at Book Bonanza, but she's not going to be doing these as event exclusives anymore, which is great. Please don't do that, because it just makes it so hard to get your hands on it. But she did this as a pre-order through her store, and it just took a while to get here. So this has the Pineview Motel. It has like the scarf, and it has the whisk, and the pregnancy test is so cute. So I finally have this to add to my Melanie Harlow collection. And then I have 2 new releases left here. So actually one of these is a re-release, and I've been very patiently waiting for it, because it is, I mean, really the only book by this author that I like, but it's also a favorite of mine, and that is For Real by Alexis Hall. This has been a favorite romance of mine for literally 5+ years is when I read it. And when I saw that the Spires series was going to be getting recovers, I was so happy, because the original cover of For Real, I do own it. It's pretty hideous. It's not good. It's just not good. And this one is beautiful. I love Toby and Lori in here. It's so great. This is a, washed up sub who's tired of the life, but also it's still what he needs. And then we have Toby, who's this bright and fresh dom who's just waiting for someone to give him a chance. And I loved it. So there we go. And then I did buy The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. The first run here has the edges done. Let's see what underneath looks like. Copper color. It's beautiful. So I love Trisha Levenseller. I've read most of her books, actually. There's just like 2 I think I haven't. Wow, look at the map in here. And I really liked the companion book to this was The Shadows Between Us. I read that years ago whenever it came out. And this is a companion book to it. It's not supposed to be the same couple. It's going to be a different couple, but it's set in the same place. So yeah, I did buy this when it came out, which is very rare for me to buy a hardcover YA novel, but Trisha Levenseller gets, ooh, it even has we have a bookmark in here too. Cool. So I did buy this for myself. So there we go. That is everything I've got for the end of June and July so far. Thank you again to everyone who blessed me with something. I can't wait to get it all put on my shelves. That's what I'm going to do right now, is find a place for everything. It's going to be great. And yeah, thank you so much for blessing me. It means the world. If you'd like to send me something, I always have my link down below. And if you're interested in any of these books, please go check them out. That's why the author sent them to me. So if something caught your eye, make sure you snap it up. So thank you so much, my friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.